Greg Blewett was originally down at number 6 in the order this morning. He's come in at number 4 at the fall of Justin Langer's wicket. Langer not happy with the LBW decision. My first reaction was there wasn't much wrong with it. He fell over himself and certainly got trapped in front. First class career, averaging nearly 48. Beautifully timed. Well, that's a pleasing way to get off the mark.
It was a half volley, but Blewett confirmed what we said earlier. He's a good player to watch.
A minimum of movement there.
Smashed away. It wasn't a mile out of the reach of the fielder at point, but anything wide we saw briefly in the match against Worcestershire. Greg Blewett just latches onto. Lovely easy cover drive. Oh. Terrific shot. Just a succession of them coming through the offside from Greg Blewett, the South Australian.
Well, that's another juicy half volley. Got just what it deserved. The run rate at 3.3 or 55 runs per 100 balls. Well, that's pretty sloppy stuff.
For following through a little bit too straight. Oh, that's launched straight back over the bowler's head, and 6 into the crowd.
Not sure about into the crowd. I think he's probably very close there to actually pinning one of his teammates practicing in the nets behind us. Wrong way occasionally. Well, that's a lovely shot. He's waited for that. He's picked his spot and just pumped it through the covers. Excellent piece of timing. A little uppishly.
That'll race away for 4. It's much like a loosener for Aldred. The bowling hasn't been all that penetrative. 52 for Greg Blewett, and typically for Blewett today it comes up with a boundary.
Applause from Mark Taylor, Steve Waugh, and an appreciative crowd here at Derby. All Greg Blewett's innings. 46 of his 52 have come up in boundaries, and the great majority of them through that mid-off extra cover area.
Up and over mid-on, that'll be another Blewett boundary.
It's hurtful to me that I wasn't a part of it, but you know, if I'm not going to be a part of this Ashes series, I hope England do win, and I hope we come out with a good summer. But you know, we're used to wickets here. People, you know, say we play on green ones, but unfortunately, they're not always like that.
I'm just thinking also, it's a bit of a surprise really you're not out there, because the last time we were up here doing a sort of 3-day game, you batted with your arm in a sling. Do you remember that?
But if Blewett wasn't fit, it might change things. He's clearly in good enough form, as he keeps showing. He's having no trouble just picking spots, whether it's in the air or on the ground against Vince Clarke.
Well, for a man with a bad knee, he's still pretty quick on his feet. It's impressed me with him. He looks to play very much down the ground. Doesn't look to work the ball through the onside or the offside. He tends to come with the full face of the bat. That's a very clever shot. Waits for it. Knows that there's a man out at deep backwards square leg. So, I'll just hit this fine. Very clever cricket shot.
Four more. Vince Clarke will be thinking, well, I pitched it up and he drove me over the top for 4. I've tried to find a good length and I've just dragged it a bit too short. Attempt at the googly, but there's no pace in the pitch, you see. He's got time to rock back. Problem with watching a young English leg spinner is that we've all got used to watching people like Shane Warne and Mushtaq. Consequently, we judge by high standards. There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't say this is the easiest time for a young leg break bowler to bowl. And Greg Blewett continues on a merry path of free driving and cashing in on every opportunity.
Day that this young man will remember, his first bowl in first-class cricket, to the best player in the world.
That is a lovely stroke. He just picked the gap. A great fuss about it. Brings up the 100 for Greg Blewett. And it's been made in lovely style here today. Good pitch in Derby. Lovely warm sunshine on his back. And he's responded to the conditions in good style.
I think that was fantastic that they got over there and had the chance to do that.
Well, that's gone flying over the top of cover. Squarish cover for 4 more. 20th 4 for Greg Blewett, as well as his 1-6. Strike rate up to 70 runs per 100 balls. That's a one-day scoring rate. Blackwell to Blewett. That's a better looking shot. It's a magnificent hit over long off for 6. Almost inside out. That is a classic blow.
Bowled him inside edge. Bit of a wild stroke from Blewett, and Andy Harris gets his first wicket of the day, and isn't he pleased about it?
Well, I just mentioned that the pitch may be a little low. What's happened there is it has kept a little low, but he's actually been done by the slower ball.
New Cherry.
Now, I've always believed your best player should